Reese, what day is it?
Day 7.
Day 7.
It is.
There is a chance that we might make halfway this afternoon.
There's always a chance.
There's always a chance. If we walk hard and...
I'm trying to avoid the camera this morning. It's obvious.
And I'm trying to show that I have theatrical motion. So a lot of times, Reese, we like to zoom in and out.
I noticed.
So, all right, day 7.
It's a new contact day.
New contact day?
I have to do contacts out here.
I know, but what is your ritual? 2 days?
Well, they're dailies.
Huh?
I'm wearing they're dailies. I'm wearing them 2 days, which isn't all that unusual. Any eye doctors, close your ears because you're not supposed to. But at home, I even wear them 2 days, sometimes a daily. So I could stretch them 3 days, but anyway, I'm wearing them 2 for sure. Sometimes a no contact day, but new contacts today.
All right, you heard it here. That's the ritual.
It's still.
What'd you say?
Like we've mentioned before, that we follow this app called Avenza.
Yeah.
It's on my phone. As you can see, my phone's on airplane mode, but it's still going to keep track of us, and we try to follow that red line.
And how good does that do?
Sometimes it works real good. Sometimes it doesn't, but it does save us from being very lost. So right there,
every
we
bit
went
helps.
off the trail.
Yep.
Where that orange line, we went off the trail a little bit. And worked out in our favor that time, but
cool. We'll keep using it. So about lunchtime on day 7, kicking our butt today. I don't know. Just because it's hump day? Huh? What are you thinking, Marie?
well, it's one of them days we don't know where our next water's coming from today. We know where it will be tomorrow. If we had enough water, we could cook a meal.
It'd be Dollar General tomorrow for sure.
Yeah.
But we're sitting here. Looks like a horse camp or something. What did that say? Something horse camp? But, yep.
Yeah, horse tie-up.
It's a horse tie-up place.
Glen Springs, Creek Crossing horse tie-up.
Gonna grab something to eat and keep trucking on this day that, like I said, kicking our butt. So I'm just thinking to myself, you go on this adventure, 160 miles, 16 days, and the biggest thing that worries us right now is water. It's just water. We have 2 bottles of water, 1 each of kind of like lake water that we filtered yesterday, if you remember. Tasted a little fishy, but we did filter it. And the regular clean water, that's what we have left. So we're hoping that once we hit another road in about 3 miles or so, that maybe somebody will stop and say, hey, you want some water? Which would be very cool. But yeah, water, that's what you need. So, running into trail angels all day. So, earlier, all we had left was just that, well, we videotaped, all we had left was just lake water. So neither one of us were like real thrilled to drink lake water. So we drank the last little bit of regular water, and then we popped out on this little old gravel road, and we saw this little house, And we walked all the way to this little ranch, Boot Hill Ranch, and asked Emery, what a nice guy, if we could get some water. And he let us fill up with water, which was a godsend. So we emptied the lake water and we got real water and drank as much as we could. A few more miles down the road, we're going up this big hill. We're using water and trying to conserve water, and this really nice guy and lady stopped and said, hey, good job guys, it's a great day for a hike. And he said, if you need water, go to the top of the hill where the pine trees are, go to my house and grab some water. So that's where we're at. What a nice person. And now I can't get Reese off.
We're drinking awesome out of people's hydrants out back. It's awesome.
Just hydrants. And now I can't get Reese off their front yard. So they're probably going to come back from McDonald's or Walmart or something and said, you know, I said you guys could use the water. I didn't want you guys to move in. So anyway, we're going to kind of do about 2.5 more miles and then be done for the day. But we're both real happy for all the trail angels. It's unbelievable that just when you start getting desperate, one comes to the rescue. So to all the trail angels. Tony from Hiking Into Retirement. Hey, you know I'm here with Reese. We've been hiking for how many miles? Sorry about the noise.
A little over 13 today.
13 miles today, and the sun. 13 miles today, and we're looking for a place to bed down for the night. We couldn't figure out where to bed down, and all of a sudden, this nice lady, Joyce Taylor from Taylor Farms comes out and says, you guys come on in. Put your tent anywhere. She was going to put us in her little building down here, and unbelievable. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I enjoy hikers. We get several of them by each year.
You are truly what we call a trail angel. We're like walking around going, we do not know where to sleep tonight, and she comes out of nowhere. She is definitely an angel. So while we're here, Joyce is going to go ahead and show us around the farm and what they do around the farm. Would you?
I will. This is over a 109-year family farm. We certified it 15 years ago, and my husband was born and raised here. This used to be his dad's apple orchard. And when he married his first wife, they put a mobile home here, and he planted those 2 trees. And then all the other trees on the property, he dug up out of the forest and planted, except for 3 of them that I planted to replace. He's a John Deere collector, very large John Deere collector, toys and antique tractors. And so we scored the sign from an old filling station and refurbished it. And we have a log cabin with some antique implements in it. And then our pumpkin farm, he raises corn and soybeans, which we've downsized to only 250 acres now because of our age, but we have a pumpkin farm. This is our 21st year. We plant them, hoe the weeds out of them in the summer because you can't spray a weed killer on them after they come up. And then when we pick them, my son and my neighbor, lady and her husband, and my friend, we pick them, wash them, put them out, and sell them. We have straw and corn stalks, which is made. The corn stalks are done by 1938 corn binder, which is across the road. That is a horse-drawn implement that we hook to the tractor. And it works on the same principle as a hay baler. It goes along and picks up 1 stalk of corn and it stacks it, and then when it gets like 15 stalks, a hammer comes around with a string on it, ties it, cuts it, and throws it on the ground. And that's how the farmers get their corn shocks when they used to feed them manually. We do it because they're for decorations. And we've done this for 21 years. My husband built the house. I have chickens, have a dog, barn cats, and I love the country life.
Joyce, can you show us the difference between all these pumpkins? I'm looking around and I'm going, do you guys grow all these different types?
We grow every one of them. We order the seed from a seed catalog. This one is called a warty goblin. And when they start to get over mature, the warts turn white, but that's a pumpkin crust with a gourd. These are new this year. They're called Sparks, but I call them tiger pumpkins because they're striped.
Oh, yeah.
Joyce, I know nothing about anything, but so when do you plant?
We plant these in the last of May, first part of June.
Okay.
And then we start harvesting in September, and we opened our stand this year on September 7th.
September 7th.
And we'll close it the 31st of October.
Unbelievable
I usually
stand.
have one nursing home and 1 or 2 schools come out, and then we donate pumpkins to the schools. They like the little ones, which we'll get to those in a little bit. These are the lemon colors called Mellow Yellow. That's a new hybrid they did 3 years ago.
And her prices are awesome.
Our seed comes from Harris Seeds and Home Seed catalog. Those are, over here, are the pastel colored ones. They are...
I love those.
They are hybrid bred off of the green ones over there called the Fairy Tale. Inside that pumpkin is deep orange flesh that you can eat and cook with. These are the buckskins. That's the old ladies, what they call them, pie pumpkins that the farmers used to raise.
Okay.
Those ones in the middle, I had to look them up because we didn't plant the seed 2 years ago, and we got one of them. That is a French squash called a sagigio, and it is very sweet, and it's very good to cook with, yes. And I have a gentleman here that makes pumpkin rolls, and he comes down and gets his pumpkins from us. His wife cures them and cuts them down, and he makes fresh pumpkin rolls.
Unbelievable.
And,
so when you pick these pumpkins, they're on a deadline. How long are they going to last before they start going bad?
Well,
as soon as you cut them?
It's produce. You never know. It's like a tomato. It may last a week, and it may last. Well, I've got one pumpkin at one of my friend's house. It's been there for a year. But if they're not in the extra heat, they last usually up till Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But it depends on the produce, depends on the weather, and how you take care of them. If you take them home and decorate them, stick them in hot sun, they'll last 30 days. But other than that, just go to mush.
Okay.
Then we have gourds, Indian corn.
How long have you had the pumpkin patch open?
Oh, since September 7th.
Okay. And how many years?
21.
21 years.
Yes.
And so you have allowed us to set up our tent and everything, and there's been cars coming and going, and it's quite the busy little stand you got going here.
Well, it really exploded 3 years ago. We've always been busy, but exploded 3 years ago when a gentleman in the neighboring county, Massac County, Travis Farms, he retired. And so there was no place else in Southern Illinois at this price and this venue. There is another large pumpkin farm up at Johnston City called Bandy's Pumpkins. He has the corn maze, the activities, the barn, the fire pit. He has all of that, but we don't. When you come here, you get pumpkins, you get to take pictures, you get to visit, you can look around, do whatever you want, but we don't have activities for the kids.
Okay.
They get to pet my dog and my chicken, and
Okay.
that's it.
Hey, could you show us again the corn husker
Yes.
machine that you were telling
We
me?
have a corn sheller
A sheller.
and a corn grinder.
Okay. And how old are those? I heard somebody.
1930s.
1930s. And you guys still use them?
The most popular one is the Black Hawk, which I don't have one of those. This one is the Never Fail. There were several brands made back in there. This is what the old people used to use when they made the feed for their chickens and their ducks and geese.
Oh my.
And you put the corn cob in like this, and then you turn it. Kids love it. That's awesome.
Oh my.
And then you take the corn
Uh-huh.
over here, and this is the grinder
And it's,
And you can-
how old is this?
in the 30s.
In the 30s. Okay.
And you can take this, and my husband set it so that I can have chicken feed, which is this. But you can grind it down to make meal.
Oh, okay.
But when you do that, it's hard to turn. But this, you just turn it and it grinds it down. And makes chicken feed. And that's what it does.
Wow.
Do you have any deer that come up in here? And
The deer have eaten our pumpkins unmercifully
bet.
this year.
I
my.
bet.
We have lots of deer in Southern Illinois. They're very healthy. They like corn and soybeans, and they've learned to love pumpkins.
And when we first came up here, Joyce said we could spend the night in her building right here. Beautiful. She has all kinds
She
of
gave us a Diet Coke with ice. And already I have an invitation. I can have a coffee in the morning.
Yes.
She's
The best angel, yes.
best angel yet. She's giving us pop, sweet tea, electricity, a comfortable place to lay our heads tonight. So what else can you show us?
Well, I can take you in our gator or side by side, whatever you want to call it, and show you where we grow the pumpkins. The vines are beginning to die, and we did have it mowed off, but I haven't mowed it in 3 weeks, so it's kind of grown up. But I can take you out there and you can see actual pumpkins on the vine if you'd like to go.
That would be great. Okay. Man, can you believe this?
No, this is incredible. I wish this place was right down the street from my house at home, because her fall pumpkins, gourds, everything I decorate with, incredible. Her prices are incredible. It's beautiful.
It's unbelievable.
She's unbelievable. I got a cup of coffee, everything.
What a way to close out day 7
Yes.
with another trail angel.
Absolutely.
So
the
we're
best.
we're going to spend the night here tonight and get going in the morning. So
Getting a little chilly.
a little chilly tonight. See you tomorrow.